Friends and colleagues of the AOAC International Food Allergen Community, good evening to you all, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to join you via this medium. My thanks also go to the co-chairs of our community for giving me this opportunity. This is an opportunity for me to provide you on behalf of Health Canada's Food Directorate and of the Food Allergen team with an update on our activities and some of the latest accomplishments and future directions in the area of food allergens and in pursuing our efforts to protect food allergic and celiac consumers in Canada and internationally. Let me stress that I would have very much preferred to be with you in person to provide you with this update. As you may already be aware, this year saw for us the opportunity to organize our regular forum for food allergen methodologies in collaboration with our regular partners, the Food Allergy Research and Resource Program of the University of Nebraska, FARP. This year's workshop was organized in Vancouver, British Columbia in early May. And again, for us, organizing this workshop is a way for Government of Canada agencies to deliver on the commitment that we made to facilitate access to the latest developments in food allergen control practices to our domestic stakeholders and equip them with the best tools to support their preventive control measures. This is also very much in line with our commitment to further foster science-driven and evidence-based decision-making for Canada's main food regulators that are Health Canada and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. The 2014 workshop enabled us to hit yet another record of attendance, not only in the number of participants, but also in the number of countries and jurisdictions that were represented at this year's workshop. One of the reasons for this success is that we have leveraged this year's workshop to host an important food safety capacity building initiative under the auspices of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Organization devoted to food safety, and that is the APEC Food Safety Cooperation Forum. In fact, in response to the growing priority and the importance that we give to food allergen control as part of hazard management in food processing, the Government of Canada suggested back in April of 2013 that a capacity building initiative be developed for experts of the Asia-Pacific region under the auspices of the APEC Food Safety Cooperation Forum. We made this recommendation during the fourth and last meeting of the Food Safety Cooperation Forum hosted by the Government of Indonesia in Surabaya in April of 2013. Canada was not alone in supporting this endeavor, and we were very fortunate to receive an overwhelming level of support by a number of APEC economies, which either sent experts to this meeting or supported it to be funded by APEC. And we were glad and appreciative to have received participation and support in this event from the United States, Mexico, Peru, Chile, Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Vietnam, China, Papua New Guinea, Australia, New Zealand, Brunei, and the Philippines, just to cite a few countries that sent participants to the 2014 workshop. During the 2013 Surabaya meeting, when the Government of Canada made this recommendation, we in fact raised the fact that food-related adverse reactions associated with poor labeling of food allergens or poor manufacturing practices continue to be a growing source of food recalls, both for products made domestically or imported, either from the region or internationally. We also raised that it was important for us to work collectively to ensure access to safe and quality foods for all citizens of the Asia-Pacific region, and particularly for food allergic citizens. Also, that it was important for us that we work together towards enhanced convergence of regulatory requirements governing the management of existing and emerging food safety hazards, such as food allergens, in alignment with Codex standards, with Codex risk analysis principles, and with science-driven decision-making. As a result, the Government of Canada recommended that this capacity building initiative under APEC and the APEC Food Safety Cooperation Forum pursue the following objectives. We have set, in fact, 4 objectives. 1, to raise awareness of good allergen management-related manufacturing processes. 2nd, to build competencies in laboratory analysis of priority allergens for both industry and government oversight. 3rd, to build regulatory convergence convergence associated with labeling of priority allergens amongst the APEC economies. And fourth, to share and align responses to improper labeling and poor manufacturing processes associated with food allergens. This is what we hope to have partially or totally achieved through leveraging the organization of this last Health Canada FARP Food Allergen Methodologies workshop and holding at the same time an APEC dedicated capacity building initiative for food allergen management. Now that this workshop is over and that it seems to have received an overwhelming level of interest from experts of the region, I believe it important to build and maintain momentum for a number of years to come if we are to achieve the goals that we set to ourselves in 2013 and to enhance the protection of food allergic consumers in the region and beyond. I will be reiterating this objective at the upcoming session of the APEC Food Safety Cooperation Forum organized and hosted by China this week in Beijing. Now, speaking of events organized in China and continuing our efforts to maintain the momentum on raising awareness and information dissemination related to food allergen management in the food industry, I would like to inform you that Dr. Steve Taylor, Dr. Alice Lee, and myself will be co-chairing a special session of the China International Conference on Food Safety and Quality, which will be held in Shanghai on November 6th of this year. This session will be specifically dedicated to food allergens. We are hoping to attract representatives of the food industry community, of academia, of food regulators from China and beyond, and to continue to assess the needs for capacity development in this area in China, in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. And I'm hopeful to see a number of you represented at this conference. This is it for me for today's update, and I will leave it to colleagues from Health Canada's Food Directorate and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to provide you with further updates on our continued efforts to improve methodology coverage for food allergen testing, our current challenges and priorities. And again, my thanks go to you and to the community for giving me the opportunity to contribute. I wish you a great food allergen community meeting. Good evening to you all.